Trước khi bắt đầu, nếu bạn đang tìm kiếm sách để học IELTS hiệu quả, thì đây là những cuốn sách chúng mình khuyên dùng. Nó có thể giúp bạn đạt điểm IELTS từ 7.0 tới 8.0. Bạn hãy xem ở phần giỏ hàng trong kênh nhé.
Part 1. You will hear a conversation between a customer and a service agent at an aquatics company about arranging a service for an aquarium filter.
Good morning, Clear Flow Aquatics. This is the servicing department. My name is Mark. How can I help you today?
Hi, Mark. I am calling because my aquarium filter needs a service. It is not working properly at all.
I can certainly help with that. First, could you give me your full name, please?
Yes, my name is Laura Chen. That is spelled C-H-E-N.
Thank you very much. Next, I need a contact number for your customer file. What is your mobile number?
My number is 07824 915 603. Let me repeat that for you. 07824 915 603.
I've got that. Now, do you prefer us to contact you by phone or by email?
Please use email. I am a school teacher and I am working all day, so I cannot answer phone calls.
Email it is. Moving on to the equipment, what is the exact size of your aquarium tank?
It is a very large one. It holds exactly 180 liters of water.
180 liters, noted. And what type of filter do you have? Is it an internal one or an external canister?
It is an external canister. It sits outside the tank in the cupboard underneath.
Great, I'll write that down. Do you know the brand name of the filter?
Yes, it is an Eheim. Let me spell that brand for you. E-H-E-I-M.
Perfect. Eheim is a very good brand. So what exactly is the problem with your aquarium right now?
The water is very cloudy. I clean the tank, but a few hours later it becomes cloudy again.
That is a common issue. How many days has this water problem been happening?
It started on Friday, so it has been exactly 5 days now.
5 days, okay. Did you try to wash any parts of the filter yourself to fix it?
I was scared to break the machine, so I only washed the sponge.
Washing the sponge is a good start. Are you hearing any strange noises from the motor?
No strange noises, but the water flow is very weak. The water is just dripping out slowly.
A weak flow means it needs a professional clean. Which day is best for our technician to visit you?
Wednesday is my day off, so please send someone to my house on Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning is booked. There is just a basic call-out fee for the visit, plus any new parts.
Okay, I understand. How much is the call-out fee?
The fee is £35. You can just pay the technician directly.
£35 is fine. Thank you for your help, Mark.
Part 2. You will hear a short briefing about updated school zone safety arrangements.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending this meeting about the new safety rules outside our school. Please look at the map I have given you. You can see the school building right in the middle. The main gate opens onto Oak Street at the top. River Lane is at the bottom, and Park Road is on the right. First, let us look at the Kiss and Ride zone. This is located on Oak Street. When you face the main gate, it is the area immediately on your left. Please use this space to drop your children off safely. Next, we have the church. This is a very useful landmark. It is also on Oak Street, but it is on the opposite side of the road, just a little bit to the right of the school gate. Now, if you arrive very early, we have a supervised waiting area. You will find this on Oak Street as well. However, it is situated much further to the left than the kiss and ride zone. It is safely away from the busy main gate. Let us talk about parking. On the map, you will see the old staff parking area. It is located on Park Road, on the right side of your map, exactly opposite the middle of the school. Please note that parents and staff can no longer park here. Instead, all teachers must use the new staff parking area. This is situated behind the school building. You can find it down near River Lane on the left side. Staff should drive in from River Lane to avoid the traffic at the front. Finally, the large green area on the right is the park. It is at the bottom end of Park Road. Students walking from the park must use the pedestrian crossing. Looking at the bottom right corner of your map, you will see the convenience store. It is located on River Lane. Please tell your children to be careful there, as big delivery trucks often stop suddenly. Now, I want to explain the safety rules. Regarding the kiss and ride zone, we used to let parents park there for up to 5 minutes. However, the new rule is a strict 2-minute limit. Also, please do not step out of your vehicle. You must remain inside at all times. Another important rule concerns driving on Oak Street. For everyone's safety, please do not turn your car completely around to go back the way you came. You must drive straight on. Lastly, some details about the supervised waiting area. A staff member will be on duty there, starting from 8:10 in the morning. Please remind your kids to bring their own water bottles, as we do not provide free drinks there. In the afternoon, the area will stay open until 3:45. After that time, any children left will be taken to the school office.
Bạn đang nghe podcast miễn phí tại IELTS. Nếu bạn yêu quý kênh, hãy ủng hộ chúng mình ở phần mô tả nha.
Part 3. You will hear a discussion between Tony and Daria, two postgraduate students planning a project that involves recruiting participants.
Okay, Tony, we need a simple plan to find people for our research study. If we do not get enough students to answer our questions, we will fail the project.
I agree, Daria. Finding people is really hard. Have you tried using the internet to find participants before?
Yes, the online forms are very quick to fill out, and we do offer money to pay them. But the real headache is that people reserve a time slot, and then they simply do not show up for the interview. It wastes so much time.
That is extremely annoying. To stop them from forgetting, we should send a friendly email reminder the day before. What do you think about putting paper posters around the university?
Posters are a good idea. Printing them is actually quite cheap, so we do not need to worry about the price. But they are completely useless if we put them in quiet hallways. We must stick them next to the main doors where everyone walks past.
Good point. Another option is paying a professional recruitment agency to find people for us. What do you think?
I thought about that. The good thing is that agencies have very diverse lists of people, and the University Ethics Committee approves them very quickly. But the price they charge is just too high for our tiny project budget. We cannot afford it.
You are right. The expense is too much. Well, how about asking our close friends and family to be in the study?
I do not think that's a good idea. It saves time, but they might not give honest answers because they know us personally. We should only use them for a quick practice run to test our recording equipment, not for the real data.
That makes complete sense. We will just use them to practice. Okay, let us divide the remaining work. We need a short advertisement for social media.
I'm quite good at writing. I'll write the text for the social media advert tonight so it's ready.
Great. And we need a short screening form online to check if the participants are the right age. I can create the form and put it on the website.
Thank you. We should also ask the student union to share our project in their weekly email. It reaches thousands of students.
I know the president of the student union. I will send him a message and ask him to share it.
Perfect. Now, because we are paying people money, we need to ask the university for permission again. We need to submit an ethics amendment.
That paperwork is really confusing and long. Let us sit down tomorrow morning and fill out that form together.
Yes, doing it together is safer. Next is the calendar. We need to set up the dates and times for the actual interviews.
My schedule is very flexible next month. Do you want to choose the times?
Yes, I'm very busy with my science labs, so I'll plan the interview timetable myself to avoid any clashes.
Fine. Finally, the posters. You said you would write the text, but who will design how it actually looks?
I'm terrible at art. Could you do the graphic design?
Sure, I have some good computer software. I'll design the pictures and layout for the posters to make them look professional.
Part 4. You will hear a lecture about nanofibre filtration.
Good morning, class. Today I am going to talk about a very exciting new technology in materials science. It is called nanofibre filtration. I will explain exactly what these filters are, how we make them in factories, where we use them in the real world, and finally, what problems we still need to fix. First of all, let us look at the overview of this material. What exactly is a nanofibre filter? Well, traditional water filters are often made of thick paper or sand. However, these new modern filters are made of extremely thin threads or fibers. They are actually extremely thin nanofibers. You cannot see a single fiber with your own naked eyes. When millions of these tiny fibers are placed on top of each other, they create a very large surface area. Having a large surface area is the main reason why these filters perform so wonderfully. It means there is much more space for dirt, dust, and chemicals to get trapped as the water or air flows through the material. Now, let us move on to how these filters actually work. Why are they so much better than older technologies? A key advantage of nanofibre mats is that the design engineer can perfectly control the pore size. The pores are simply the tiny holes between the overlapping fibers. If you want to stop a very tiny virus from passing through, you simply make the holes much smaller. But modern filters do not just catch dirt like a simple net. Many new designs combine standard filtration with special antimicrobial coatings. For example, the manufacturer can add an antimicrobial layer that actively kills bacteria and germs on contact. This feature makes the water much safer for human beings to drink. Next, you are probably wondering about the manufacturing process. How do we make something that is so incredibly small? Well, the most common production method used in factories today is a process known as electro-spinning. It sounds very complicated, but it basically means we use strong electricity to stretch liquid plastic into a very thin thread. As the liquid plastic dries in the air, it turns into a solid fiber. These continuous threads are then collected together on a flat metal plate. When they are pressed tightly together, they form a non-woven sheet. To a normal person, the finished product looks and feels a bit like a thin piece of soft white cloth. So, what are the real-world applications? Where do we actually use these amazing filters? They are extremely useful in the field of medicine. In hospitals, they are put into the air conditioning systems to catch and safely reduce airborne pathogens. This stops dangerous diseases from spreading from one hospital room to another. They are also becoming very popular in drinking water treatment plants. Old water filters are very good at stopping mud and sand, but nanofibers can easily remove much smaller things. For instance, they can easily remove tiny pieces of microplastics, and they are even capable of filtering out toxic metals from the city water supply. Finally, we must talk about the limitations. No technology is completely perfect, and these filters have some major problems that need clever solutions. The biggest issue is that the filters can easily become blocked. When bacteria get stuck in the filter network, they multiply quickly and build up a slimy, sticky layer called a biofilm. When this thick layer happens, water can no longer push through the filter, and it must be thrown away. To solve this expensive problem, scientists are working hard on new, improved models. They want the filters to last much longer before they need to be replaced. To achieve this goal, they are designing intelligent filters that have built-in self-cleaning mechanisms. For example, the filter might vibrate to shake the dirt loose, or it might automatically wash itself with a blast of clean water every single hour. In conclusion, nanofiber filtration is an amazing invention that will completely change how we clean our water and air in the future. As engineers solve the remaining problems, we will see this technology used in almost every home.
Bạn đang nghe podcast miễn phí tại IELTS. Nếu bạn yêu quý kênh, hãy ủng hộ chúng mình ở phần mô tả nha.